Get set up. So, go ahead, blow out. Okay, boom. This is where the little things take away your space. Feel how this is here and the elbow's there?
Yeah.
So, okay, right? So, there's two ways you're going to get over there. You're either going to go elbow, which now this is underneath our eyes, which is where we don't want to be, or you're going to have to go forward to clear the elbow and then go over. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So there's two ways to go. Both of them have an obstacle. Whereas if I'm more here, okay, and then remember, think about this is like this foot helps open this hip. So now I'm more neutral. Then the other thing is, especially if I know there's a good chance the ball's gonna go there, I don't ever want to get my elbow in this spot. I want to be more there so that now my hand is in front of the elbow to start. If my hand is even with the elbow, I either have to get forward to clear it, or I'm gonna drive with my elbow, and then again, I'm gonna take away that space. Or, and this is where being on one knee down, when you're stuck, kind of hurts, because if you were on 2 feet, right, so go ahead, get in a traditional setup. If you were on 2 feet, what's naturally happening here? It has to be out in front, right? You're not going to do this. So, because that's one of the first things when you're on 2 feet you get taught, right? Elbow in here. So, the reason why 2 feet is such a good stance and should always be your base is it's the most neutral stance. It's what you can do everything from, right? Every time you drop a knee or you do something, you're getting more specific in what you're attacking, but you're also losing the neutrality, right? Does that make sense? So that's why, like, once you get like really in tune with your pitchers, you can do certain things because it lines up. The more uncomfortable you are, the more it's going to be, okay, how do I stay neutral, right? And so again, getting your setup though, but I'm not telling you just like, abandon one knee, but what I'm saying is this is here, make sure we still have that neutral ability with that leg down, right? I don't want to get, once my knee's on the ground, if I can touch the ground, I'm low enough. Me taking my body all the way down, what I'm doing is I'm taking this big frame and I'm making it compact, which could create more issues for me, right? Versus, okay, I want to be able to take advantage of that wingspan. Okay? All right, so just play with that. So I would say on the knee, just the easiest way to be more neutral is that right there versus there, or just think about the glove has to be in front of the elbow.
Okay, I got it.
You beat it to the spot and gave. That was good. Nice. There it is. Good. That was on the other side of the plate. There you go. Good. It's all right. One more. Calm. All that is ball gets too close to the face, right? So get set. That's being in the elevator versus the escalator, right? Because when you're catching the ball like this, you're retreating. Now your glove's behind your eyes, right? That ball comes up, I just catch. And remember, again, here's the thing that in the quest to steal more pitches, right, that we forget, there's a lot of already strikes, right? So what a lot of guys are forgetting is they're basing the zone off of them versus the zone off of where the zone is, right? So it's like when you first start doing it, you're like, okay, what can I make a strike? What can I make a strike? Versus now you're at that point, what is a strike? And how do I make sure I don't lose any of those, right? So like that last pitch where you were set up was right there, right? all you have to do, quote unquote, is catch it, because either that should induce a swing, right? Or the umpire's gonna be like, yeah, boom, right? But if I start, right, because I'm like, just catch. And it seems so simple when you say it, right? But at the same time, it's really understanding where you have to work and where it's already done. Yeah. And I think that's the maturity of the process, right? That's why, you see guys that are just like, yeah, boom, strike. And that's a ball that's like over here, they just catch it. Like, you just think about how many balls that, like, you see catchers, especially now in, like, showcase games, clank, right? Ball clanks. It's a ball that's on their arm side, and they get all the way across, and they clank it on this hand, right? And you're like, well, how does that happen? Like, if you think about it, because they're over pursuing the ball by, 3 to 4 inches in their glove. Yeah. Like, all they have to do is there. One, eyes are staying here, they're not tracking. But two, it's because there's this effort to, like, okay, maybe I can concede a ball, man. Yeah. Like, there are balls, there are pitches that an umpire is giving you a zone, or you get into a good rhythm with your pitcher and you're outside the ball and you work through, hey, you can get them, right? And you should try, because that's part of the game, right? Yeah. It's, if you're, oh no, that's a ball, and you play umpire back there, that's a disadvantage. But there's nothing wrong when that ball's a ball, just catch. Yeah. And that ball's a strike, just catch. Because the rhythm of what's happening, so like the perception, a lot of people are like, well, if I only move on balls, then they're gonna know. Problem is okay, this ball's here, and I start down here, that's a strike, right? Yeah. Okay, that ball's down here, that's a strike. So is there really a difference? There's not a difference in the movement, there's a difference in the timing. And I think that's where a lot of guys get confused on, because they're like, okay, I gotta whoop, and then I gotta whoop, and so they catch a ball that's here, and they take it up because they think that the catching and the move, it's the timing. So I might catch this ball a little bit earlier on the low to be there, and I might catch this ball a little bit later there, so it's catch. That's too hard to see, right? Yeah. And that's and understanding that. So it's like I catch, and I catch. And by the way, if I catch this ball right here, boom, right? And I get a ball call, I know it's a ball. But you know what? Pitcher thinks he's throwing good, right? Everyone's like, oh, all right. Maybe it puts a little pressure on this guy. You know who it really puts pressure on? The hitter, because the hitter goes, ooh, that was close. Yeah. And if we can get guys to swing at balls, then we're really good, right? Yeah. Do we want the strike three looking? Yeah, that's right. That's easy. What we really want is to get our pitchers out of the inning less than 10 pitches, because strike. This is a ball, but he feels the pressure. Ground out. Yeah. First pitch, ground out. Right, and then we get him out, and we can do that by creating this pressure on the hitters, because they're just like, man, this guy doesn't miss. Right? Yeah. It's not so much about let me try to get strike three every time. It's like boom, man. They're like, this guy is around the zone. And obviously, wherever level you're at, umpires are going to take that into account, right? If you're in 98-degree weather, you know what I mean? Like, and you're making it simple. And he's not going to do it out of spite or whatever. He's just going to go, that looks good, right? It's consistent. There's a tempo. There's a timing. And that's what you're trying to create, not just with the umpire, but more importantly with your pitcher. And then if we have a good tempo here, then it's their job to try to disrupt that tempo. And a lot of kids don't do that. You know what I mean? Yeah. All right, cool.